Oh my God. Okay, we are on the roof. We're definitely on the roof. I'm Tom, I have vertigo. I'm the founder of BTEC, and from now on, we're going to be doing reviews on the roof. Rooftop reviews, let's make that a thing. Join me for rooftop reviews in cities around the world like this incredible city. Could you show the people the city here? It's incredible, right? I love it. Anyway, rooftop reviews. Hi, welcome back to BTEC. This is our second ever rooftop review. I'm Tom, the founder, and this makes no sense, but it's good fun, isn't it? One of the reasons we wanted to do this, never mind the whole rooftop thing. In fact, let's get into that. Why am I standing on a rooftop? Well, I'm in a country where we've had lockdown going on for 130 something days, and it's the most incredibly extreme lockdown. Men are allowed out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think, for about 2 hours maximum. I think it could be 1 hour. Women are allowed out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No one's allowed out on Saturday or Sunday. And it's very difficult to get things done. Fortunately, I have a rooftop here. So I thought, let's kick everything off with rooftop reviews. That's either the best idea I've had in a long time or a shockingly bad idea. If you like it, please do hit that like button. It would mean the world to me because I know this is bonkers. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. So the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, it didn't have the smoothest of launches. Everyone was kind of not really feeling video with the focus issues. The 100x zoom thing, it didn't really work as a kind of main selling point of the phone because the images you get at 100x zoom are really fuzzy and they're not impressive at all. And well, in fact, everyone was kind of more excited about the lesser S20 models. But now things have kind of moved on a bit. We've had this phone for a while and a lot of those issues have been addressed, the focusing issue. It's a much nicer phone to live with now. And of course, the price has come down a bit. The price is going to come down again even more because of course we've got the Note 20 out. And actually, this is a really, really serious proposition at the moment. And one of the things I really like about Samsung is they are more geared up to supporting their phones than, for example, LG, than a lot of Android manufacturers. So you are going to get a good 3 years of support out of this thing. It's not quite up there with the Pixel, of course, but it's probably the nearest. Maybe OnePlus is very good as well. The point is you're going to get decent support. Let's get into the design. So let's talk about the design. Okay, this, I think they call it cosmic gray. It isn't, wildly exciting, but it is quite a cool look. The camera bump, it looks serious, it's chunky as hell, and that annoys me when I'm using the phone on a table. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, not as bad as the Xperia 1 Mark II. It's tidy looking phone. I like the Samsung look, I always have. I especially like that enormous display. And I mean, this is pretty much the best display on the market. It's incredible. I really, really do enjoy it. And actually, even though we can get right up there with the Quad HD, I like the idea of dropping that resolution a little bit just to make sure we're getting the full 120 Hz refresh rate. But it's a very, very clean, nice looking, classic Samsung phone. So I want to say a big thank you to our friends over at Vodafone who hooked us up with this beauty and a few others actually. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, guys. As ever with BTEC, from way back in 2013 to now, everything that's said on this channel is 100% truthful, honest, and independent. There's no, you can't buy, we won't say nice things about a product because people want us to or pay us to. That's not how we do things, and Vodafone respect that. So thank you, chaps. And let's get into the next one. So let's talk then about the front-facing camera, 40 megapixel. It's really good. There's a lot of skin smoothing going on because that's a kind of a Samsung thing. You can disable that, which, I mean, I haven't really done because I need all the help I can get. But it's a very, very competent, impressive front-facing camera. So obviously it's over on the back here. Everyone has got really excited about this camera tech, and with good reason. I mean, the results we've had from this are so impressive. We've really enjoyed using it. I think it's fair to say that it is absolutely up there with the best in the world in terms of video as well. it's a really solid performer. And in terms of specs, actually, just in terms of the sheer numbers, I mean, this is a monster of a phone. It's a monster of a phone also because it's so big. Like, I mean, if you compare this to something like a Pixel 4, which is so easy to manage and handle, even the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II, which again, it's a big phone that, but it's a more delicate phone. It's a lighter phone. This is a big old brute, but I would say it's worth those sacrifices because the camera tech is superb. So let's just take a look at some of the pictures here that we've taken with this phone. Generally speaking, this is pretty much as good as it gets. I mean, we really enjoyed using this. Over on the left of the screen here now, we've got the Galaxy S20 Ultra. On the right, let's just swap through some of the other pictures we've taken here with these other incredible phones. And again, I really want to know your thoughts. I know once you get to this level of smartphone photography, it's very, very subjective, and it's very interesting for me to understand what you think about these phones. So please do let me know what you think of these pictures. And also, you know, this whole thing about reviewing phones on rooftops in different cities around the world is, you know, obviously it's nuts. But what do you want more of in these reviews? What I want to try and do is give you an idea as to what it's like really living with these phones. And instead of trying to review, you know, 50 phones or 100 phones a year, let's just focus on the very, very best smartphones for photography and videography and really get into the nitty-gritty. And that's going to be easier when, you know, we're allowed to sort of go out and, you know, get involved in the city here and other cities around the world post-COVID. So it's a seriously powerful phone, and for day-to-day use, I mean, there's actually, I don't think really anything that you could throw at this that would really slow it down in any way that would ever bother you. It's as quick as you like. And even, okay, so the whole Exynos thing, if you're in the UK, Europe, you're going to get that chipset, not the Snapdragon 865. That's suboptimal, I agree. And you will take a hit there with battery life, and just general performance isn't going to be quite as good. And I think Samsung, well, I know Samsung is aware of this and they want to fix that, but that wouldn't put me off this phone. I think if you can handle the size of it and it's not going to annoy you having a phone this big, it's as good as it gets in so many ways. I mean, the competition at this end, nothing worries me about it. You know, this is a solid phone that can look after itself. So let's just take it down to street level briefly before we head back up to the rooftop. I absolutely love Samsung One UI 2.0. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant operating system here. I really enjoy it. Android 10, of course. I'm going to cover that in more detail in the next video. And the next video is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra versus the Xperia 1 Mark II. Would I put my own money down on the Samsung here? Well, I've thought about it a lot, and the answer is yes. But the bigger question is, would I put my money down on this phone or the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II? And for that, you want to see my next video, which is going to be going live on Monday. Make sure you're subbed for that. So obviously, we're still up here on the roof. I know this is weird, but please do like and subscribe if you think it's not too weird for you. So it's about 31 degrees, 86% humidity. So let's wrap this up before I disintegrate into a pile of sweat. I've really, really loved using this phone. I definitely recommend it. The thing to think about, I think, with the S20 Ultra is whether or not you would prefer using a smaller S20 device. I think compared with the competition outside of Samsung, I mean, this can hold its own. I really enjoy it. Samsung DeX, fantastic. I think that's really underrated, by the way. I recommend using that. I've got a Samsung tablet, the S5e with the keyboard cover. I really enjoy using Samsung DeX on that. It's a good thing. So let's just run through some of the things I really like about this phone. I like the powerful stereo speakers. They sound really good and they're nice and loud, which is something I appreciate. The screen is as good as it gets, of course. I really like the fact that this is 5G, even though 5G isn't sort of wildly important at the moment. It's future-proof in that sense. Wi-Fi 6, love that. I mean, that's something we can use right now as long as we've got the right, modern routers and so on. I like the fact also that Samsung support their phones really well, and that gives me confidence owning something like this for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's a really, really solid device. Okay, so if it was your money and you had a choice between this, the S20 Ultra, or the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II, if it was your money, which one would you choose? That's our next video, because these, for me, these are my two favorite Android phones at the moment. I absolutely love them. I'd have a very tough time choosing. Let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.